Hey guys, my name is Alexandra Valentine and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. Here we post all things fashion, sewing related and sewing tutorials. If this is something you are interested in, kindly hit on the subscribe button to join the family, and if you end up enjoying this video, give it a thumbs up, like this video guys.
So today we'll be cutting and sewing this bubu kaftan that we'll have here with this stylish patch that we're having around the chest area. So what you want to do first is to fold your fabric on a fold of 4. Make sure you have enough fabric for the making of this particular kaftan to get. So the first thing we want to put there is our neck measurement. That's our neck width, which is 3 inches. Then our neck depth is also 3 inches. That's for the front part, right? And then 1.5 for the back part, right? So I'm just going to curve it to meet the neck width. Connect it like this, okay? So the next thing to do now is to put our shoulder measurement, which is your shoulder measurement divided by 2. So mine is at 7.5 inches. So I'm just marking it there. So from that mark point now, I am going to insert my sleeve length. So my sleeve length, it depends on how long you want. So from the picture, the sleeve length was very long, so I'm going to make use of the whole fabric because it's around 13 to 14 inches thereabouts. Sorry, my camera could not capture that part. So right now I'm going to put my tape at the shoulder and I'll mark my full length. You can see I'm drawing my chalk at that point. So yeah, I'm just having some shortage of clips, or I'm not having full coverage here. So the next thing I'm doing is I'm marking my waist and my hip. So on my waist measurement, on my waistline now, I'll put my hip measurements divided by 4. So you want to make use of your hip measurements or the bigger part of your body when cutting out a bubu dress. So when I mark it, I'll add 5 inches to the original measurement, 5 inches of allowance. Okay, I decided to increase it to 7 inches so that it would be big, because what we have on the picture there is very big to understand. So for the round sleeve of this kaftan, I'm making use of 11 inches. Okay, so I'm just going to connect it to that 7 inches that I marked, okay, like this, and all the way I'll go straight. I'm just going to connect it at that point there in a curve form, then I'll start going straight to meet the hem of this dress. Please bear with me, I'm not getting full coverage of these videos. What I'm doing right now is just to cut along the line that I have drawn earlier. So I'm just cutting along it right now. That's the hand and the bodies. And then I'll also cut the hem part, or the full length rather. And I'll also cut along the neck area, but the only neck you have to cut is the back, the one for the back. You want to cut the front, because this is on a fold of 4. That means it's carrying both the front and the back. Okay, so right now I'm going to take out one of the pieces, and then we'll cut out the front part. Okay, so I'm just taking out one piece like this, and this one now we'll use it for the front part. Hence why you're not supposed to cut the front, you're only to cut the back. Okay, so the next thing to do now is to go about the neckline for the front. So for the front neckline now, I'm going to come down from that point there by 6.5 inches on both sides. Okay, I'm just going to do that. I'm going to come down by 6.5 inches, and I'm going to use my ruler to mark a straight line to just meet the neck width. And okay, on this other side it will be 3 inches. So this side that it is 6.5 inch, it depends on you on how deep you want the neckline to be. Do you understand? On how deep you want the neckline to be. So for mine, I want it to be 6.5 inches. Okay, I want it to be as deep as 6.5 inches, while the lower part of the neck will be around 3 inches. Do you understand? So when drawing this, I'm drawing this on the back, on the wrong side of the fabric. So that means we are going to mirror this neckline. We are going to draw it in opposite direction. Do you see what I'm doing there? So on the left hand side is my 3 inches, while on the right hand side is my 6.5 inches, right? I marked it, and I'm just drawing out the shape there. If you see this neckline and that's on the picture, you can see that they are mirroring each other. So I'm just like manipulating out or drawing out the shape that you see on the picture there. So right now I am going to cut it out. So after I cut it, I'm just going to turn it to the front part. You see, it's exactly as that of the picture, because we mirrored it when we were sketching it. So when you cut it out, it will be exactly as that of the picture you have. So for the patched part, or the design patched part that we'll have on the chest area, we are going to be making use of a doll face. So cut out a square, a square doll face as long as you want, or a rectangle doll face as long as you want, and as wide as you want. It depends on your body size. And just place the doll face underneath the fabric, and then trace out the neckline while you're cutting it. So for the patch design in front, all you have to do is just to use your chalk and sketch out or draw out what you saw in the picture. So this is what I did. I just sketch out what I saw in the picture, and then I'll cut it according to what I have drawn. The rest you can understand without me explaining. It's just to cut this out, and that's all. So now that our patch design is ready, I went ahead to iron SD to it so that it will be thick. So the next thing to do now is to iron the edges, like to fold in the edges while you're ironing it. Okay, so that will be easier to work with. So just watch me as I do mine. So what I'm just going to do is the edges like this, I'm going to fold it with about 0.5 inch, and I'll iron it down. So I'll repeat this whole process for all the edges for the two pieces or the two patch design I have. Do you understand? If you don't understand, just is eye explanatory, so you can understand from seeing what I'm doing and repeating the same process. So for this front part, we are not going to be folding the neck area because that is what we'll use to turn out the fabric. We'll just be folding other parts but not the neck area. Okay. So now that is done, we are going to take it to our fabric right now. And as I said earlier, I said you should not fold the neck of this particular part, right? So we're going to place it on the fabric like this and stitch around the neck area. So before you stitch, you want to make sure that the right side of the patch is facing the wrong side of the fabric. The right side of the patch should be facing the wrong side of the fabric. Then you stitch along the neck area. Then when you're done, you notch it and flip it over and give it a good press. So from this point now, um we are going to be making use of our hemming comb to put this in place before stitching it down. Do you get? So the second part of the patch now, you just bring it and place it under it like this. So giving like half an inch space between the first one and the second one, or 1 inch. Depends on your preference, but from the picture or the image I saw, it was around 0.75, half an inch. Do you get? So now I'm going to make use of my hemming comb to put underneath the patches and then press it so that it will hold before you stitch it. If you don't have a hemming gum, you can pin this down while you stitch it, but this particular process or method is easier. So at the end of the day, this is what we have. So right now we'll go to the back and we'll repeat the same process for the back. So I just cut out, I did not know that my camera was not recording, so but I just cut out a small fabrics that we'll use to turn out the back as well. So remember, the front part of the doll face should be facing the back part of the fabric, so that you'll be able to turn it to the front part. If it's too much English for you to comprehend, just watch the video and follow. Okay, and then we'll also repeat the same process of using hemigum to put this in place before stitching. So I've gone ahead to stitch this down, and this is what we have the back part looking like. And I'll just take this away. The front part, we have also stitched it down in place. If you don't, please stitch it down. If you don't stitch it down, the hemming gum will grow weak and will start pulling out. So stitch it down. So I've done that, and the next thing to do now is just to join the two shoulders, and yeah, we'll proceed from there. So for the sleeve area, after joining the shoulder, what we'll have to do here is we'll cut out about 2.5 inches, 3 inches of gum stay, and that's the width, right? And the same thing for the the doll face as well. So this is to give it firmness around the sleeve area so that it does not fall. It will be open and standing. So I'm going to press this gum stay on this on the strap of the doll face. I'm going to press it to come to it. So you want to check on the doll face, you see the shiny part, that's where the gum is. So you just place it on the doll face. Am I speaking too much English? Okay, let me come again. If you check the gum stay, the shining part is where the gum is. So you just place it on that shiny part, right? You place it on the doll face, and then press it or iron it out, and it will stay. Okay. So if you don't understand, watch. So I have these two pieces ready. Now I'm going to bring my sleeves, and I'll place the right side facing each other, and then I'll just stitch along it like this. Then I'll flip it and come back and show you guys what I have. So right now I'm going to flip this, press it down, fold this part in, press it down also, and stitch along it to hold it in place. And I'll also repeat this process for the other sleeve. So this is what we'll have the sleeve looking at like at the end of the day. This is one part of the sleeve. And so the next thing to do now is to join the sides. Yeah, to join the sides and then hem the base. Oh, yeah, just turn the hem of the base. So this other side down, this is what it's looking like. I'm going to use my scissors now to trim the excess of that doll face and gum stay. I'm just going to trim it off. Like I said before, I'm going to join the sides and fold the hem or the bottom part. Yeah, fold it one, fold it two, and stitch it down all around it, and that's all. So I've gone ahead to do that. I've gone ahead to join the sides and hem the base. That's all we'll have for the making of this bubble gown. It's not hard. I hope that this video was helpful to you. Please, if it is, give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to join the family, guys. Please subscribe, guys. It's good motivation. Thank you.